If you've ever driven through the seemingly endless suburban hell of the United States, you've likely noticed the enormous amount of mattress stores. They're everywhere, sometimes right next to each other. They're even more common than Waffle Houses in the South, which says a lot. But unlike Waffle House, mattress stores aren't nearly as popular and are almost always empty. Because how often are you buying a mattress? Or anyone you know buying a mattress? And if you do buy one, you're probably buying it online. It makes no sense. Why are there so many mattress stores? You've probably heard the conspiracy theories surrounding this question. Many believe the company is a front for a nefarious money laundering operation. But surely this can't be true. Surely there must be a logical explanation for all this. Well, turns out there is. There are over 10,000 mattress stores in the US. For reference, there are 14,000 Starbucks. At the height of its power, Mattress Firm owned 3,300 of these stores. In order to achieve such dominance, Mattress Firm played aggressively. They employed tactics such as building right next to other mattress stores and outright buying their competitors. But this still begs the question, how do these stores stay open? The answer is actually pretty simple. In order to remain profitable, a mattress store only needs to sell a few mattresses a month. Oftentimes, mattresses have a markup of over 100%. So instead of 200 people buying $6 coffees, a Mattress Firm store need only sell one mattress to make the same profit. This is why mattress stores are always empty and the salespeople are always sitting around. As an aside, working at the mattress store sounds like a super chill job. You get to sit on comfy mattresses all day with your coworkers. However, all the mattresses in the world would not save Mattress Firm. In order to employ such aggressive business tactics, Mattress Firm took on huge amounts of debt. In just a few years, the company's debt increased by over 600%. This is what allowed them to expand so rapidly, buy out their competitors, and is the sole reason there's one on every block. But despite owning over 1/3 of all mattress stores in the US, the company could not dig itself out of the massive hole it had dug. It had to come up with a solution to keep itself afloat. Enter Steinhoff. Steinhoff, one of the largest furniture companies on Earth, larger than IKEA, bought Mattress Firm for $3.8 billion in 2016. This was the godsend Mattress Firm had been holding out for. There was just one problem. It made no sense. Mattress Firm was a failing company with major debts and an evaluation of only $1.4 billion. At the time, it really puzzled a lot of people. This was an absolutely trash deal for Steinhoff. In fact, it was such a bad deal that it raised some eyebrows. Experts began looking more closely at Steinhoff and found some discrepancies in their accounting records. How large of a discrepancy, you may ask? Well, not too much. Just something to the tune of $10 billion. Upon this discovery, Steinhoff faced a massive corruption scandal that dredged up all of its monetary secrets. According to a report put out by Steinhoff later on, a small group of Steinhoff former executives entered into a number of transactions, some of which were fictitious or irregular, with allegedly independent third-party entities which resulted in the inflation of profits and asset values. In other words, the company was embezzling. Yeah, turns out all the conspiracy theories about Mattress Firm are actually true. As of 2023, Steinhoff no longer exists, and Mattress Firm has been left to slowly decay across the American landscape. Thanks for tuning into Weird Universe. If you like videos on the weird world we live in, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out.